All right, cool. Well, welcome, guys, as you're coming into the room. Welcome to the Win More Realtor Referrals Masterclass with Todd Bookspan and myself. We're excited to have you. And Todd, for those of you who don't know, we do a group coaching call right before this called Win by Noon with Raving Referrals. And so we just got off our coaching call. And Todd, I really appreciated some of the things that you were talking about, both with the realtor tips and with what your guys are doing in the HOAs. It's awesome to see everything working and people starting to get results.
Well, I mean, that's half the fun of it, right? Is the fact that even though I'm not a producer anymore, I still have a team that's out there in the market. And, we were, I think, one of the first paid customers of HOA.com. And so I love the fact that, I'm not just teaching from the sidelines. I'm actually teaching as someone who's involved in it and get to talk about all the success stories that we've had.
Super fun, super fun. So welcome, guys, as you're coming into the room. Please put in chat, if you would, your company that you work with and also the city and state that you live in. That way we can say hi and see who's coming in and from where. It's always fun to see who shows up for these. We do these twice a month, and we're excited to have you. We're going to be teaching you all about how to win more realtor referrals. That's what it's all about. So if that's what you're here to learn, you're in the right spot, and you're going to learn a ton about it. BFG up in Denver, Colorado. Oh, man, I was just in Denver a week ago for an event. And I'll be back next weekend on the 25th. We're doing the Mile High Leaders Awards, celebrating the top 100 top producing realtors in Denver. So check out themilehighleaders.com, Arturo, and come check out. That'd be great. We'd love to meet you in person. I see we got somebody with Nonprofit Mortgage in Georgia. That's cool. I've never heard of a name called Nonprofit Mortgage. I'm so curious to learn more. Welcome, Charlotte. Let's see, we've got Jim Reedy, First National Bank in Cleveland, Element Mortgage in Eagle, Idaho. Oh, that's a beautiful place to live. Westminster, Colorado. We got people coming from coast to coast. So welcome, welcome, welcome as you come in. Again, if you haven't already, please introduce yourself, put in the company that you work for and the city and state that you're in, and we'll be able to do some shout outs. So
we got some people who threw it in into the Q&A instead of into the chat. We got Denver, Charles up at Nexa up in Denver. We've got Mike at Best Rate Mortgage in Detroit, Michigan. So we got some folks up there as well.
Spokane, Washington. Welcome, welcome. SNMC up in my hometown of Portland, Oregon, even though I'm down in Phoenix now. Nationwide Signing Services, Tempe. And all over the place. Good. Awesome. Well, guys, you are in the right place and you're in for a treat. My name is Brandon Barnum. I'm the CEO of HOA.com. And as you heard and saw this event from HOA.com, you likely thought, oh my gosh, I hate my HOA. And we're like, I know, right? It's so fascinating because there are 370,000 homeowner associations in the US, but most people don't love their HOA. And we believe there's a better way to HOA. We're on a mission to completely transform the whole homeowner association industry. And we're really passionate about connecting communities. Now, we're going to talk a lot about winning more realtor referrals. And at the heart, that's the class that we're going to teach you today. Total strategies that you're going to absolutely love. And you're going to be able to take those and put those into practice immediately following this masterclass so that you can start winning more realtor referrals immediately. But back to HOAs, there's 370,000 of them in the US. 53% of all homeowners live in an HOA. But when you think about it, they're all completely decentralized, disconnected. There's no one brand. When I ask people, what's the number one brand you think of when it comes to homeowner associations, people say their number one answer, if this was Family Feud, is I don't know. Their number two answer is there isn't any. And the number three answer they give is their own. So we're going to talk today, though, about winning more realtor referrals. So let me go ahead and get this started. Todd, anything you want to say while I'm getting the slides going?
I'm just excited to see people from all over the country. We're in all different brands here. It's just so great to have you all here. And we're ready to teach you some things to go out there and get some more relationships going. I think relationships in 2023 are more important now than ever. And I think that what we're going to walk you through is going to be tactical and something that's easy to implement starting right away.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, Todd, because you know what? The reality is people want to get connected and they want to feel like they're part of something again. I think that's what we learned over the last couple of years is people felt disconnected. They didn't feel like they were a part of a group, a tribe. And so that's one of the things that we're on a mission to do. So what you're going to learn today is we're going to share with you a lot of top strategies, tips, and scripts that we've learned from people that are crushing it in the mortgage business, people that are doing over $100 million a year in personal production and how you can win more raving referrals. And this is going to be the right class for you if you want realtors who are excited to do business with you. We're going to show you some new ways that you have something unique to separate yourself from the competition and have something really unique to offer realtors that they're going to absolutely love. And you're going to learn more about that as we go through this. And this is for you if you want to be promoted as the #1 top trusted mortgage expert in your local market. So full transparency from the beginning, we're going to teach you a ton of strategies that you're going to be able to put into your business immediately following this class. And if this resonates with you, we're going to invite you to apply to be one of our mortgage experts. Okay, we'll describe how that works later on, but really what this is a program to help you activate your referral network and to get people that are referring business to you on a regular basis. The core of our partners of our program is referral partnerships. So we've got a free gift for you, Spencer, if you'll put that into chat. If you go to hoa.com/event-check-in, you'll be able to click on that link in the chat box and you'll be able to opt in to get a special 16-page PDF on the referral partner blueprint. A lot of what we cover, some of the strategies are incorporated in this. So it's a great document and you're going to absolutely love it. So make sure you check in using that link there in chat. So I shared with you before, my name is Brandon Barnum. I am the CEO of hoa.com and I used to be in the mortgage business back from 97 to 2009. I was a loan officer and then a mortgage broker. I had my own company back in Portland, Oregon. I had 30 loan officers that worked for us in our 3 branches. So I personally know what it's like to be an LO. And to start out, I was a single dad in my 20s. I knew no one. I had never been in the business. And I took my income from $20,000 a year prior to getting in the mortgage business to $200,000 a year in personal income within 18 months using the strategies that we're going to teach you here in this class today. Now, I closed over $500 million in transactions by referral, and I've went on since to building technology platforms. So for the last 13 years, I've been building tech platforms. That's what I've been doing. My last platform was called Refer.com. We built that into the world's largest referral network with over 5 million members, everywhere from Antarctica, if you can believe that, to Zimbabwe. It blew my mind, but 5 million members, including over 250,000 realtors. I've since written the #1 best-selling book, Raving Referrals, and super excited to pour into you how to build more referrals. And I'm also excited about Todd Bookspan being our co-host and partner in this program. Todd?
You know, it is always so exciting to be here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of Win by Noon. That's really what I'm known by these days, but have over 20 years experience in the mortgage business. I have a team, although I don't originate anymore. I have a team that's still active in the Phoenix market, has closed over $1 billion worth of loans. I do a lot with my good buddy, Dave Savage, in what was formerly known as the Mortgage Coach Productivity Mastermind Group. I co-founded that group with him 6 years. As of yesterday, it's called the Trust Engine Mastermind Group. They've done a rebrand over there, but really in there, I've gotten to interview over 500 loan officers. And outside of that, I've interviewed over 350 real estate agents. So a lot of what I talk about is not just from my experience and my team's experience, but actually all these conversations that I've had for years with really the best of the best in both industries. And Modern Mortgage Summit, something near and dear to my heart, especially this time of year. If you haven't checked it out, just go to modernmortgagesummit.com. It's coming up next month. And it's been the most attended virtual, well, it's really most attended mortgage event period over the last 3 years. And we actually have a live component this year. So if you're interested in learning more, just check it out.
All right. I can't wait, Todd. I'll be there with you in Vegas, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, guys, we've got some great news for you. This last 6 months, especially, has been challenging in the mortgage industry, and we know that. But the good news is that they're projecting over 5 million real estate transactions to close here in 2023. So I think everybody's starting to feel it pick up a little bit. I was just at the National Association of Realtors convention in Orlando, Florida a couple months ago, and the mood was pretty optimistic. So people are excited about what's happening and what's coming. And there's good news for you guys in the mortgage industry, which is that New York Times just did a study, and they found that on average, you guys are earning $4,350 per loan closed. And what that means is if you just do 4 deals a month on average, right, you're earning over $200,000 a year in personal income. So it's a great industry to be in, but the key is you need more referrals coming to you on a consistent basis. And that's what we're going to get in here today. So we're going to talk a lot about how do you activate realtor partnerships? How do you get realtors referring business to you? And how do we flip the script so that you are in demand instead of working on demand? Todd, I know this is something that you're super passionate about. I'm going to go ahead and launch the poll here that we've got for you, and just share your experience about referral partnerships, if you would.
It's really interesting to me because, in the early days of my mortgage career, everyone said, hey, you can do tons of business with a small number of folks, right? 10 to 20 really strong referral partners. And I interviewed a coach last year, and he said his top client had closed 189 transactions, and it was over 170 different realtors to do those transactions. And my mind was just blown. That's a lot of relationships to have to manage. And so I love you use the word partnership activation. And what I really want is deep partnerships. And wouldn't it be easier to get more loans from fewer folks? And so that's a lot of what we're talking about, is how can we go deeper and help people do more?
Yeah. And how do you get deals from the right partners? How do you create the right partners that are going to be loyal and going to refer you on a consistent basis? So I'm going to go ahead and end this poll, and let me just share the results so you guys can see it. So interesting. Okay. A little different in this crew here. Normally what we've seen holistically across all industries is about 28% have no referral partners. In this case, 10% of you have 0 referral partners. 30% said you have 1 or 2, which means 40% have 2 or fewer referral partners. We're going to show you just how profitable referral partnerships are here in just a second. And look at that. The top category, we had 13% that have 10 or more, which in our experience, when you have 10 or more referral partnerships, that means on average, you're earning over $250,000 a year. And let me show you why. Let me get this. There we go. Okay. What you see on screen is a calculation based on the average commission of $4,350. And that's nationwide. You might be earning more or less per transaction. But if you just get one referral partner who sends you 1 loan per quarter, that's worth $17,000 plus to your business. Now, if you can get the right partner that's referring you 1 deal a month, that's $52,000 from 1 partner alone. And back when I was in the mortgage business, I had 1 realtor that at the end of my first 18 months, I did an audit on all my closed loans, and I realized I made over $50,000 that year just from 1 realtor that was sending me business consistently. So that's the power and the profitability. Now, for those of you that were in the 10 category, you're talking $174,000 a year just with 1 deal per quarter. If you can turn that into 1 a month, that's over $500,000 a year. And we have people that are on our mortgage expert program that are literally making 7 figures a year in the mortgage industry because they built up their referral partnerships. Todd, I know this has been a key to your success and how you've closed over $1 billion in mortgages, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you just can't do that type of volume and not have really great, strong referral partnerships. And, I'm always looking for what's kind of the easy button, right? How can I be most efficient with my time? Because part of the goal of success is not just the financial freedom, it's the time freedom, but you have to be really good with your time in order to get the financial freedom first. So it's kind of one of those chicken and the egg things. And so certainly we all know if you can have less partnerships, then you can be more profitable. And so as we're walking through these conversations, you're going to want to start with lots and then build those folks up so that you can always have this great network. But ultimately, in the end, you're going to get most of your business from a smaller portion of superstars.
Yeah, and it's about the right partnerships. It's about partnering with people, again, that are loyal to you. Now, Todd Bookspan and I were just at Todd Duncan's Sales Mastery Conference. And what was fascinating is he surveyed over 13,000 loan officers at the end of last year, or last summer, actually. And 98% of LOs said that they are not highly confident in their business plan for 2023. So, really, that's what we've designed this training to be. Okay, so we're going to talk about 5 major strategies, and we're going to go into depth on these. Number 1, givers gain. Number 2, build strong referral partnerships. We're going to beat that like a drum. Number 3, how to elevate your expert authority. Number 4, how to localize your marketing. And this is a concept that many of you are not doing, but you're going to start doing it as soon as we walk you through it. And you see the power of hyper local social farming. And then number 5 is be a charity champion. So we're going to walk you through this, but in chat, I'd love you to say, what do you think is every realtor's number 1 need? Go ahead and put that in chat real quick. And I have a feeling we're going to see the same answer over and over, but tell us from your experience, what is every realtor's number 1 need when it comes down to it? Oh, Kathy said referrals. Brandy, quick closing. I think that's an important factor that doesn't come up as number 1, but there we go. Referrals and marketing, closing quickly and efficiently, closing deals, communication. Yes, communication. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Product options. Okay, interesting. So really fascinating. A lot of you said communication and listings and referrals. I see that over and over again. As we survey realtors, what they tell us is they need more clients, right? They need better marketing. They say they need leads. They say they need referrals. They say they need help. They need more listings, right? Ultimately, if you can help solve the number 1 need of realtors, which is more clients, right? Not just when it comes to their transactions, but their overall business, it's more clients. When you help them solve that, and you've got a solution in place to help them attract more clients, that's when your stock really rises in their eyes, doesn't it, Todd?
It does. And I love all the things that I'm seeing in here, but I feel like a lot of those are just the bar. It's the bar to be a success, right? You're all here because you have great communication and you can certainly help a realtor with marketing. But in the end, when I sit down with top real estate agents, and these are agents who have been in the business for a long time, some have big teams, some own brokerages. And of course, guess what they all have? They all have a great lender relationship. And so really what we're talking about here is how do you do what Brandon calls the wedge strategy? How do you put yourself in there? And so we're going to kind of walk through some of these ideas because the bottom line is that they all say we need more transactions, and they joke depending on the market, right? Last year they all wanted more listings, and now they want more buyers because listings are sitting. But the bottom line is that the true thing that they all want is more transactions, and guess who's not giving it to them? Their loan officers.
That's right. That's right. And Todd, I know you have a lot of strategies for meeting new real estate agents. For some of you, you may be making cold calls. I know some are going out and attending industry events. Broker opens and open houses is a great way to leverage those relationships, especially if you've got a great realtor that's willing to take you out there. We always teach, have a networking buddy. When you go to events, right? Have somebody that you're going to that event with as kind of your wingman or wingwoman. We always recommend too, that when you are going to an event that you invite an agent to go with you. Even if they say no, you get credit for reaching out and inviting them. You add value by letting them know that you're always looking for ways to help them grow their business and adding value into that relationship. And then the last thing is networking groups. Some of you probably belong to like a BNI or a LaTip. We actually recommend that you start your own. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. But how are you giving? What are you doing to make a difference for your realtors and other referral partners? I'm going to ask you to put this in chat too. What are you doing to kind of stand out from the competition? What's working best for you? What are you finding is kind of, we talk about a wedge strategy because most realtors have a lender they're working with. And part of what you need to do is create a wedge between them and their existing lender, right? So that you can differentiate yourself from the competition and, stand out. So let's see some answers there. I see availability, responsiveness, and communication. So important, right? And I was recently on a listening to one of the top marketing experts and consultants out there. And he used a term, which is so what, right? Which is basically, if you're saying the same thing as everybody else, the person that you're talking to is like, yeah, okay, I assume that you're doing that as kind of the baseline, but what's different? So I see experience, educating them on the market conditions. Those are all really good ways. Todd, what have you found has been some of the best ways in your experience to stand out and to give to the agents that you're looking to earn business from?
Well, I mean, obviously HOA.com is one of the things that my team has used super successfully over the last 6 months to build new relationships, because ultimately what we're doing is we're helping them. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the hyper local marketing here in a few, but really in the end, it's figuring out in your network, who do you have who's not already linked to one of your partners? That's a great referral that you can dangle out there as the hook to bring them in and say, hey, great, if I can bring you some business, even though, whoever it is, your father, your brother, your sister, your best friend, or the whatever the loan officer relationship that you have is that, hey, is this something that we can work on together? And is there an opportunity for us to work more together in the future if I can help you generate more business?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you, when I got in the business back in 1997, what I quickly realized is every realtor wanted more business. So I actually created an online home buyer's guide back before Remax had internal photos of their listings. But that's exactly what we did, right? Because I knew I had interviewed enough agents and asked them what was important to them. I knew enough to realize that if I gave them something different, if I offered them something different than every other mortgage lender, which was experience, communication, close on time, right? Every one of them expects that from you. Like, that is the minimum bar, as Todd kind of said. So how do we raise the bar? That's kind of what we're talking about. How are you promoting your realtors and your referral partners out there? And if you're not already doing that on a consistent basis, we're going to give you some ideas and some suggestions on how to do that. Because the more that you can give, the more you start to what? To receive, right? The more you give, the more you receive. We love Bob Berg and the Go Giver, and that whole concept is give, 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 ask. And so the more you can promote your partners and give to them, the better off you'll be. Now, this is something that we do at HOA.com, and this is a concierge program and system to help home buyers, because as you know, when you close on a loan for a new home buyer and they're moving into a new neighborhood, maybe a part of town, maybe they're moving into an entirely new city, they typically don't have all of the solutions. And buying a house, they say, is the second most stressful thing that you go through in life, behind death of a loved one. So one of the things that we give with our members is we give you guys a way that you can provide a free concierge service to every homeowner that you serve, and even your past clients. And you can use this to give it to your referral partners as well, so that when they've got somebody that's moving, we have a concierge service that takes care of everything. We'll change their address, set up their utilities, set up internet, cable, get them quotes on insurance, moving, solar, everything that they need, so that they've got a one-step concierge with one person that's working with them from start to finish, and helping them by phone, text, email, or Zoom, so that they can really, move with confidence, and you go above and beyond. So whether you're using our concierge service or not, think about ways that you can wow your partners and wow your clients, right? And give them something unique, again, so that you stand out from your competition. And Todd, I know you've always been looking for different ways to wow your clients, haven't you?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I think if you can, right up front, think about that initial phone call with a client, how you can differentiate yourself from every other loan officer that they're calling, when you can build this into your script. Hey, awesome. One of the ways that I help my home buyers is with a concierge service that will help you turn on your utilities, change your address, and you can walk them through that. And it's all of a sudden, they're not thinking about rate first. They still are thinking about rate, don't get me wrong, but they're thinking about the fact that you're helping them with the easy button of something that they're worried about. And then the other really interesting part, which I think is, I guess I call it a cool part, is that, let's pretend that you've got your favorite insurance person that you refer business to. If they say, hey, I need help with insurance, they're actually going to refer them into your own network too. So there's just some great other ways for you to connect with all these other service professionals.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's co-branded for you, by the way. If you look here on screen, you'll see that the concierge service will have your photo, your name, your phone number. So it's just another way to wow your clients. One of the other things that we're building, and guys, this is not live. What I'm going to show you here is not launched and live. So you're seeing this on, and quite frankly, this is the first time that we've showed this. This is our new Home Safe report that we're betaing right now, and we will be launching here in early Q2. But this is like a home bot, if you've used that, or My Home IQ. And this has a valuation report that will go out to all of your home owners on a monthly basis with their valuation, the net equity in their home, kind of a chart of what their value has done. But here's one of the most important parts of this is your trusted team, right? All of the professionals that you work with. This is a co-marketing engine that we're building where you as the mortgage lender are featured, but you also get to feature your financial advisor, insurance agent, realtor, all of the professionals that you work with on a community by community basis, or even just in your business, your referral partners. But it's a great way to give back to your community, to stay in touch in front of your past clients so that you're top of mind. And of course, everything gets branded for you. Todd, anything you want to add on this?
Well, I just think it's one of these pieces that when you go back and you see that you've got all of those other service providers on there, remember, one of the ways that we're going to help real estate agents get leads is by the other folks in our network who are referring business to us, right? When you get a referral from a pest control company that you refer business to, guess what? That's someone you can refer to a real estate agent. When you get referral from an insurance agent or a financial advisor, and think about it even more if they're all working together and you introduce them, and you can create this opportunity for this ability to refer back and forth to each other. And if you're the person who's provided that service, how valuable are you to that real estate agent?
Yeah, really important point. And one of the things that you want to do with your realtors is to help them build strong referral partnerships. One of my previous platforms we created was called TrustedTeam.com, and that became Refer.com. And we were partners with Prudential Home Services, which then became Berkshire Hathaway. And I used to always ask all the realtors that would come through our classes in our booth, and I'd say, when it comes to referrals, what's your number one biggest challenge? You know what they said was, they said, we give a ton of referrals out, but we don't get many back. And so if we know their number one challenge and desire is more business, more referrals, one of the things that you can do is help them build that referral partnership. So not only with other realtors, because as you know, they can refer business cross-state and make 25% typically as a referral fee, but also financial advisors, CPAs, insurance agents, divorce attorneys. Todd, one of your best sources of business was property managers, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it was my first real estate partner. My first referral partnership I had was with a friend who bought a property management company, and I was an investor myself. I owned one investment property, so it made me feel like I was a big deal. But it was such a great opportunity because the first house that he sold was the first home that I financed as a mortgage loan officer. And the crazy part about it was there was one investor who I did over 20 refinances for in my first year of doing business. And so when you get in with the investor group, it's the multiplication piece of it. It's not just one loan application for one loan. It could be one loan application for multiple loans every year.
It's huge. And so think about who, number one, you should have on your trusted team, and also who you want to be part of what we call an alliance, right? Because you should be building your own alliance of professionals that you're working with who serve homeowners every single day. We have a concept where when people come into our program, we help you activate at least 10 realtor partnerships. That's really our goal for every one of you if you decide to play with us in the game that we're creating. And then for each of those 10 to activate 10 other home service pros. And so over 90 days, our goal is to help you build a referral network where you're the only mortgage lender for 10 realtors who each have 10 of their own home service pros, which means now you've built a network of 110 professionals who serve homeowners. Again, whether you choose to apply to become an HOA.com mortgage expert or not, think about How can you build your own business alliance? If you've already downloaded that referral partner blueprint, there's great scripts in there and a list of the top 99 different home service pros that you should be doing more business with. And if you haven't formalized your referral partnerships with them, I recommend you do, right? Go get a copy of Raving Referrals. I've got everything outlined here for you. It's a #1 best-selling book. You're going to love it. And it's written by a mortgage lender for mortgage professionals. So it's great, and you're going to love it. Todd, anything you want to add here as we get into Elevate Your Authority?
Well, I would just say, if you didn't, maybe Spencer, you can throw back up the link for them to get the referral blueprint. I think that that's such a valuable tool, because it's going to make you think about some of the things you already know, but you're not doing, to create more referrals for yourself and then get more referrals for the real estate agents.
Really good point, Todd. Guys, some of what I'm saying, you already know. The question is, are you doing it? Right? Like, you might be sitting here going, yeah, I know that, but are you doing it? And do you have an easy button, right? Todd talked about that earlier, the easy button. We want to give you the easy button so that you have a system with coaching and training that you're plugging into to help you continue to get the results that you desire and deserve. So, okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Elevate your authority. This is so important. Todd, I know you work with Dave Savage all the time. He's always talking about be the captain of the wealth team, right? And make sure that you're educating people. And I saw that in the chat too, educating and elevating your status. And this is something you've done really well, Todd.
Well, I mean, it's just really important. I mean, anytime that you can be the person that the real estate agents seek out for advice and for information, then, that puts you a step above, and that makes you be the person that they want to do business with, right? They want to make sure when they refer out their client that they're going to look good. And so I always love the idea of some of the HOA.com members who have actually taken the information from what we teach here in this masterclass, and then they're going out and teaching that to their referral partners. They're taking the referral blueprint that you've given everyone as a gift, and then they're taking that and they're teaching classes and teaching it one-on-one with their referral partner. So think of all the opportunities. You are an expert, and you just have to make sure that you figure out a way for everyone else around you to see that you're the expert that you are.
Absolutely. So start doing workshops, whether it's a lunch and learn or you're doing a webinar like this, a masterclass. Invite other people that are experts. Maybe you bring a financial advisor on, a tax planning expert, your title partner, even realtors. I mean, one of the things that we're going to talk about, and Todd, you've done this so well, is other podcasts. But one of the things that we're doing here at HOA.com to elevate your expert status is with a professional profile. And this profile is all about you. I'm going to walk you through this. The application link goes right to your loan application on your website, but it's really all about you. This one here is about Matt Baker, and we did this specifically just as an example because it gives you an example of what's happening there. But you saw it includes all of the different communities that are being featured and also your referral partners. So when you come on board at HOA.com, it's not only elevating your expert status, also elevating the expert status of the realtors and other referral partners that you're working with. Now, Todd, I know you've been doing a lot of podcasts and you've had some amazing results getting top producing realtors that you haven't even met before.
Well, yeah, there's one thing that realtors love to talk about. It's themselves. And again, if you can help them become the expert authority. And so I did a radio show for 5 years, and people are like, well, does anyone listen to it? And I transparently didn't care. What I was able to do was get the top real estate agents in the city. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, to drive and meet me, to come on my show and talk about themselves. I interviewed them to make them feel good. And I gave them expert authority because didn't matter how many people were listening. And, it was actually in the thousands that did listen, but then we gave them content and social media stuff that they could put out there for their partner or for their clients and their database to make them be experts. So today, what's different than a radio show is a podcast, right? No one wants to be on a radio anymore, but they love being on a podcast. So I created a podcast. So I'm able to do that and able to meet with just met for the first time, the #1 individual real estate agent in Arizona. And again, she was super excited to come in and talk about her business. Ironically, also a financial advisor who manages $500 million of assets. So what a great connection that by inviting her where I could elevate her authority, then it was a new relationship for us.
You'd never met her before, Todd?
Never met her before.
And how did you reach out to her? Did you cold call? Did you have somebody on your team do it? What'd you do?
I did. I got a referral, Brandon. Can you believe that? I actually reached out to a friend of mine and I said, hey, you know a lot of real estate agents that I want to know. He's a realtor himself. And I said, who can you connect me to that would be a great guest on my show? And he referred over that person and then another really big top producer in our market. And then they're going to talk about what we're going to talk about in a minute. They talk about their area of expertise, their local neighborhood that they know and love.
That's awesome. And that's one of the things that we're going to teach you guys in the book and in the course. We have a Raving Referrals video course that if you're part of our network, you get access to. We're going to teach you to ASK to GET. If you want more deals, you've got to ask for more deals. If you want more opportunities, you've got to ask for more opportunities, right? And literally just by asking for referrals, you're going to get them. We've got a way, it's called the art of the ask. We teach you how to ask for referrals in a way that's totally comfortable for both you and for them, and everybody's happy to do it. But more on that later. So the other thing when elevating your authority, guys, add in your credentials on your website, on your social media channels, everywhere you can. If you've got a certificate, if there's something that you've achieved, an award, an accomplishment, make sure that you're sharing that with people. You've got to shamelessly self-promote what you're doing so that other people understand that you're kind of cool and they should work with you, right? To separate yourself from the competition. Now, for me and Todd, we're writing Raving Referrals for Mortgage Pros. This is a project we're doing right now. We're actually looking for a great story. So if you've got a great story in the mortgage industry, we want to talk to you because we're looking to celebrate other people's success. And as we do that, it allows us to give, and together everyone achieves more. You've heard that term before. So if you've got a book, if you've got a special report, share that with people so that you're elevating your authority and people see you in a new light. Now, this next section that we're going to teach you about is localizing your marketing. And this is so important. Back when I lived in Beaverton, Oregon, I lived in a part of town called Murray Hill. And in Murray Hill, 2 out of 3 for sale signs in the area said for sale by Brian Belair's. We used to call him the mayor of Murray Hill because this guy owned the market in like 10 of these communities around this area, this very affluent area of town. You would always see his for sale signs. And the reality is he was farming the market. Okay, realtors have been doing this for decades, probably less so now than they used to, but this is a strategy that we want to teach you to do that you should absolutely take advantage of. It's called hyper-local social farming. And it's one of the things that we do in HOA.com is we're actually creating community pages for all of the neighborhoods in America. Okay, not only the HOAs, but also the non-HOAs. And in it, it features one loan officer, and that can be you. And you get to sponsor a realtor, your favorite realtor, that you're going to work together and co-market in this community. You also get to sponsor and partner with other home service pros so that you're co-marketing. You're working this together, and it really creates that connection that you don't have otherwise because everybody's just building their business together, right? Now, it's a major SEO play because everybody is searching for carpet cleaner near me, right? Accountants near me. Well, we've created SEO juice around every one of these pages. We've actually hired the former SEO manager from OfferPad as our digital marketing director, and we've included home search. And so through a partnership with Home Scout, if you know Home Scout, we've partnered with them. We have 93% of all the MLS listings in America that are available in these community pages. Okay, so if you live in an HOA, I want you to envision that there's going to be, this is kind of like Nextdoor meets Angie's List. You can own the community. You license it, you don't own it, but you can be the #1 exclusive mortgage lender in that community. Todd, anything you want to add there before we move on?
Well, I mean, just think about it. I mean, again, when you read the referral blueprint that we provide you as a free gift, you're going to realize that all these other businesses are potential referral sources to you. And then therefore you can refer them to your favorite realtor to build relationship. And I think that to me, it's just such a great way to be hyper local. And that's sort of what you're always looking for the in, right? Like how can you, we've mentioned the wedge strategy now already twice. And, how can you market to one specific area? And they may have a lender that they work quote unquote with everywhere. But if you say, well, gosh, what if we market this specific area together? Would that be something you'd be willing to carve out and we can share leads and build business there? And you're going to find that almost every agent, in fact, really any smart agent is going to say, sure, why wouldn't I want to build out more business with you?
Well, and they love the program, right? I mean, this is just one comment we got from one of our LOs that said, we can't wait to get started. We really appreciate that you chose us. So the realtors are happy to be selected and be part of the program, especially because we integrate community impact campaigns within these communities. So one of the other strategies we want you guys to be utilizing is to be a charity champion. They say 86% of consumers say they're likely to purchase from purpose-driven companies, and 89% of corporate execs say companies that lead with purpose have a competitive advantage in today's marketplace. So the question to you is, how are you being a charity champion? How are you showing to your past clients, your referral partners, your social sphere, the impact that you're making, you personally and through your business? For me, my wife and I are both mentors at Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm literally taking my little brother, it's his birthday today, he just turned 15 today, and we're going to see Ant-Man tomorrow. So, I spend time mentoring this kid, and it's one of the ways that I give back. We do community impact events, and we also create done-for-you community impact social media campaigns. These are basically turnkey, copy and post, copy and paste. They're all positive, inspiring, and it's a way for you and also to give to your realtors as a way that they can share with their social sphere so that you're showing the impact that you're making. And you see this last one on screen. We are a veteran-owned company. My business partner, our president, Thomas Evans, served 6 terms, 6 tours, I should say, over in the Middle East. And so we are a veteran-owned company, and we're super patriotic and grateful for our veterans that provide us the freedom that we enjoy. So one of the things that we do is a virtual veteran salute. And we do that every year for Memorial Day, Independence Day, and for Veterans Day, just to honor those who have served. So this is one of the things that you guys should be doing. Again, whether you choose to partner with HOA.com or not, you really should be showing and communicating to your community the difference that you're making. Todd, I know this is something near and dear to your heart too.
Well, yeah, I'm super grateful. I never served myself, but I consider myself a patriot, and I just love that that's one of the focuses. But these community impact campaigns are really a great opportunity to, again, provide for the community, right? When you have this idea of being hyper local social, one of the teams that my mortgage team teamed up with in HOA.com, because they had a platform that they could show the HOA actually said, we're super excited. We haven't had any realtors reach out, and they're going to promote the community impact event on their website, and they're going to actually put it in an email and send it out to every member of the community. Now think about that. Think for a second that when's the last time somebody promoted you and your realtor to every member of a community? That's just huge.
That's great endorsement and social proof. Absolutely. So those are the 5 strategies that you can use to win more realtor referrals. What we're going to do now is we're going to share with you our Mortgage Expert program. We're looking for partners in each of the communities around America. And so what we have is a program to support your success. We call it our Industry Expert program. And you can go to HOA.com/LO and start the loan application, the application process to be selected. Now, we've already been approved as an approved vendor for many different mortgage companies, not all of these, but Revolution, PRMG, Prime Lending, Supreme Lending. I know we've got several. I think we're just about done with Guaranteed Rate, Cross Country, and Fairway, but we have loan officers from all these companies that are part of our program. And if you're approved, one of the things that you get is licensed communities, where you're the exclusive mortgage lender. So you actually will claim between 1 to 20 communities that you will then license and be the exclusive mortgage lender for those communities. In addition to you get to give this program to your referral partners. So again, depending on which program you end up, you can sponsor up to 20 different, what we call sponsored pros. That can be your realtors, Those could be financial advisors, accountants, painters, plumbers, whatever you want, but it's a program that you get to give at no cost to them to help you win more referral partnerships quickly and easily. And the programs start at just $997 per year, so less than $1,000, less than 1/4 of one commission that you earn on one deal. So it's a total no-brainer. And if you need help with financing, you just talk to our team. We have financing options as low as $99 per month. So guys, it's a total no-brainer, but we're looking for the right people, and I'll walk you through how that works. So number one, you're going to have exclusive neighborhoods, exclusive communities. Number two, referral partnerships and referral sponsorships, where you get to give that into the program for free. And then you're also going to get coaching and a lot of other tools. So we talked about the Raving Referrals training. There's a whole video training course you're going to have access to, totally included in your program. Biz growth coaching every week. We have a biz growth coaching weekly group session that you can learn from, and you can share that with others so that you're constantly raising the bar and learning new strategies. And again, if you want to apply, just go to hoa.com/LO. You get the concierge service that we mentioned as part of the program, our business alliances. Every month we create a new agenda. And in that, we give you everything that you need to say. We walk you through it step by step. It's a blueprint. And it's not like a BNI, it's really like a mini mastermind. So there's an agenda, there's a training component, and then a series of questions that you're going to ask to stimulate the conversation amongst the group to really accelerate the trust building process quickly. You're going to get the community impact social campaigns and local community impact events. That's all included in all three of the programs. Now, how we're going to be attracting homeowners to this program, we're launching all of these community impact campaigns and really the direct to consumer in Q2. So what we're doing is that home safe report that we talked about earlier, like a home bot, that's included in the membership. If you already have that service, you don't necessarily have to pay for it, right? You can just use this membership for a lot of these things that you might be paying for other services for. Lifetime client campaigns with a done for you message every month for your community news, email and direct mail campaigns, Safe Kids Now neighborhood watch program, all kinds of ways that we're going to be engaging the consumers directly, the homeowners, to really connect that community in a way they haven't been connected before. Todd, anything you want to add to that?
Well, I just want to add, you said this is all included, right? And it starts at $99 a month. For me, the home safe report is going to replace a $2,000 a month cost that I have for one of the competitors that Brandon mentioned. The concierge service is going to replace something I was paying $800 a month for my team. And so these are all things that are included. And so there's definitely, in addition to everything else, it's been a huge financial win for my team.
Absolutely. So you can go to hoa.com/LO and you can do that loan app, or the application, I should say. The first phase, it'll just basically ask for your contact info. And then what we want to see is how long have you been in the business? There's qualification requirements for different programs. So we want to see how many loans that you've closed, how long you've been in the industry, and that will determine kind of what program you qualify for. But we have all three levels. So from somebody that's just kind of getting started, they're in their first year in the business, to all the way they've been, like Todd, over 20 years in the business. So we customize the program based on where your experience is. And I love this. This was from Matt Baker. Take a listen to what Matt said.
Hi, this is Matt Baker, and I just wanted to say a quick message about hoa.com and the power of using that tool with regards to realtors. It's been super easy, a great, easy conversation to kind of bring into the, hey, let's work together aspect. I'm actually here on vacation in Cabo for the holidays, and hoa.com and upgrading to Elite Expert has allowed me to go to vacation, and they are processing all of the onboarding. They're doing all the training, making it really easy to partner with realtors. So if you haven't checked out hoa.com, do it right now. Thanks. Have a great day. Enjoy your holidays.
Yeah, and I think I forgot to mention that. So we actually have a done for you referral partner process where we will call top producing realtors on your behalf, kind of get them enrolled in the program with the understanding that they've got to work with you. So that's what Matt was talking about. He's on vacation in Cabo, and we're actually calling agents on his behalf and scheduling appointments. In fact, we have a new girl, Mariah, that just joined our team, and she just scheduled 5 new introductions to one of our elite expert mortgage lenders in the last 2 days. So we're excited to have her on the team and to be able to schedule appointments. Here's another one.
Stacey Dowling with Revolution Mortgage. Hey, I just wanted to share with you guys that I am so happy that I decided to become an elite expert with HOA.com. They have really helped me take my mortgage business to the next level. I'm so glad that I said yes. They've helped me create a lot of really solid referral relationships. They even will call on my behalf and set up appointments with top producing real estate agents. I love working with HOA.com. They are like an extension of my team. They're my marketing team. And one of the reasons that we are again going to close over 100 million in 2023. If you want to make more money in less time and create long-lasting referral relationships, become an HOA.com mortgage expert today. Say yes to success.
All right. We love Stacey. She's fantastic and she's been awesome. And guys, we have people that come on this program and quite frankly, they get new deals immediately. We have Daniel Herrera shared, he got 2 new leads from one realtor just the first few days of signing up. We have another loan officer. They got 4 loan applications from one realtor in their first day of making phone calls. So it's all kinds of powerful options because it really separates you from the competition. So the way you get started is you can go to HOA.com/LO. You will complete that application, choose your program. We're going to research your production. We actually look you up in a system called MMI to make sure that you've done the production that you're claiming, and then we'll schedule an expert interview with you. We do background checks to make sure that everybody that's part of our network is a 4 or 5-star rated professional, because we've got to make sure if we're endorsing you as a mortgage expert, we need to make sure that you qualify. So that's how that works. And then once you're approved, we'll create your own profile page for you. We help you start sponsoring realtors and other referral partners for free. And then also you're going to get our Win by Noon with Raving Referrals coaching program. And we actually send out a productivity planner that Todd created where you can measure all of your results and make sure that you're doing everything you need to win by noon. Todd, what do you want to share about this?
I mean, to me, this is one of the fun parts, right? I mean, you know, it's expensive to get one-on-one coaching, but to have a small group coaching group where I can pour into all of the members is just super exciting to me. It's just been one of the big parts. And certainly, obviously, my planner is near and dear to my heart because I just know it's making a huge difference for not just loan officers, but for real estate agents and others in sales all around the world.
I literally have been using it every day for like the last 9 months. So I was so excited to have this because I didn't have a system where I could look every single day at the end of the day and see how much I had done. And what Todd teaches is when you do the most important things at the beginning of the day, you know, you work hard those first few hours, you can win by noon. And then the afternoon, you're playing hockey, golf, whatever it is that you love to be doing, pickleball, going to the movies, hanging out with your referral partners. So it's a great system, Todd. Thank you for bringing it to us here at HOA.com. So guys, what happens next, and then we're going to open it up for questions, is once you apply at HOA.com/LO, we're going to send you an email with a calendar link so that you can schedule your expert interview. Well, you'll select your program, and you can do that right on the next page at HOA.com/closed loans, and you can check that out as well and see all the different programs. You're going to select that program. You're going to schedule a one-on-one onboarding session. Once you're approved, we'll help you claim your top desired communities. You'll sponsor your top referral partners. And then depending on which program you're on, we're going to mail you the Win by Noon planner. We're actually going to send you Raving Referral books, not just one for you, but also for your referral partners so that they understand just why they should be working with you and building their business together with you. So really powerful tool. You'll schedule, depending on what program you are on, some of them we actually write a blog article, we'll write a press release about you, we'll interview you and produce a video to build and elevate your expertise. And then with our Elite Expert program, we're actually going to call and introduce you to top producing agents. So get started at hoa.com/LO, and then we'll schedule a call to determine what the right program and plan for you is. And again, it starts at $997 for the year. And if you need help with financing, we can even do that at $99 per month. So the whole key to this program, whether you use us and partner with us or not, is hyper local social farming. You need to be doing something to elevate your status in the eyes of the realtors that you're working with. You need to be giving them as much as you can to help them win, right? The more you help them win, the more loyalty you win back, okay? We've just designed the easy button with all of these different systems and programs that you have turnkey to be able to give to the realtors and other referral partners that you work with so that you can win more realtor referrals quickly and consistently. That's what it's all about. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and call or text us at 623-253-5700. We'll put that in chat. And we'll go ahead and open it up for questions now. Spencer, if you'll, thank you. You already have. So let's see. I know we've got 5 minutes left till the top of the hour. Some of you will need to leave, but Todd and I will stay around and answer any questions that you have. Or if you want to talk one-on-one with somebody, you can call or text 623-253-5700. And one of our team is standing by. I will be happy to chat with you and answer any questions that you have. Todd, what do you want to add while we're waiting for some questions?
Well, we got a couple of great questions, right? So Charles asked, is it limited to one state? If he's licensed, I think in 14 states, he said. So I thought that was a great question, because to me, what a great way to build relationships outside of your state. Absolutely. If there's another state that you're licensed in, I mean, think about that. It's really difficult to, I say cross border, sometimes even town to town, and work there because they view you far away. But this has been a great, it'll be a great opportunity, I think, for someone to have something to offer someone to in another locale, then make it easier for you to attract them to be a referral partner.
Yeah, and we do have lenders that are licensed in multiple states, and so they have an MLO in multiple states, and they have licensed communities in different states. It is something that we allow. We just need to know that you're actively working it and building relationships in those communities. But yes, absolutely, that's available.
And then he also asked, what is a community? Zip code, metro area, neighborhood?
Yeah, so in our data feed, and I didn't mention, but we have over 260 million consumer records in our data feed. We not only know the name, the address, the phone number, the email address, we know their occupation, we know their income, we know their net worth, their children. I'm forgetting some other things.
All sorts of things that you don't want anyone to know about you, but it's all out there.
It's all out there. It's big data. So we enrich that data in the database, but what we in our data feed and what we define as a community is a subdivision. So if you think about it from a title record perspective, it's a subdivision. That's how we define it, because that's how it comes directly through our title feed and our data feed. So it's a neighborhood. That's really what it's about, is licensing individual neighborhoods that you're working with your realtors and other home service pros to remarket, retarget, and really connect communities in a meaningful way.
Love that. Love that. I think one of the things too, while we're looking for other questions, is that, I mentioned it's the easy button, right? So I did 100 call day. I actually did 3 of them, and I was live on Zoom. People could watch and listen to what I was doing. And I anticipated, my goal was 100 calls and talk to 50 real estate partners or prospective partners. And it was kind of crazy, because as soon as I started using this in the wedge strategy to offer up to help these real estate agents become the hyper local expert that they were looking for, to become that community network, the community connector, I realized real quick, everybody said yes. And so I was like, oh, I better be even more hyper focused on who it was I wanted to make sure my team partnered with, and B, that I couldn't offer to all of them because I didn't have 50 or 100 different communities that we were going to be doing at the time.
Absolutely. And that's really amazing, because we've had the same experience, right? Realtors are so receptive to the idea. And I think this is a really important point, guys. We talked earlier about the fact that most realtors have a lender relationship. right? And I see that in the chat. How do you, break into that relationship? Todd, you have been making those phone calls and you've worked with some people that are deeply entrenched with their existing lender. How has that worked? And kind of walk people through that conversation, if you will.
Well, it's again, we know that the number one pushback you get on a phone call from somebody is, I've already got a lender. And my response always is, of course you do. You wouldn't be in the position of success that you are without having at least one solid referral relationship and maybe even a backup or two. I said, well, what if I could help you become the community connector? What if I could help wherever you're farming or targeting, or maybe the community that you live in, to help you be the best known person there, to help you with that, with elevating your expert authority that we talked about. If we were able to do that and build and generate leads and referrals in there, would those be leads and referrals you'd be willing to work with us on? And 100% of them said yes, because although they love that other person, they want to help them over here. So I just joked about it with our coaching group before this, that not only did a top realtor who actually owns some Keller Williams franchises in our area and has a best friend of his who's a lender, not only did he invite me to lunch so we could dig in on the strategy, he paid for the lunch, and we're super excited to be rolling it out with him and his team, because it's just a great opportunity to work with someone who's really already got pretty good status, but we're going to actually help them elevate it even more.
Yeah. And I love that response. Of course you do. You wouldn't be successful if you didn't already have at least one, if not two or three mortgage lenders, right? When I was in the business, I used to ask this question. That's awesome. Of course you do, right? Now, how many deals are they sending to you? How many buyers or sellers are they sending to you? We teach a wedge strategy. How do you create a wedge between an agent and their existing LO? You have to help them feel the pain of what they're not already getting. And so, that's where you can ask them, oh, that's awesome. Do they give you a concierge program? Are they marketing you out on hyper-local social farming? Are they marketing you to homeowners in the area? Oh, they're not? Oh, well, that's something I'd love to sit down and talk with you and show you our program and the difference that we make. So that's really kind of, again, the easy button, guys. We're empowering and equipping you with things that you can do to elevate your status and to offer more value so that you create that wedge between, and we're also teaching you the process, right? What to say, the questions to ask, and how to create more realtor partnerships with the right realtors, the right referral partners that will be loyal and that will refer more business to you.
Yeah, I think that's really important. The right referral partners, right? I mean, that's in the end, when you have the ability to actually choose, right? You always feel like I can't be choosy sometimes because I just need more partners. And in this case, it's a really, again, I loved how it was just way easier than expected to get these meetings and get these relationships. And they're very excited. They're proud of where they're farming. They're proud of the community they live in. And they're trying to figure out what is that easy button. I already mentioned earlier that, one of the real estate agents moved into new construction. They love their community. They bought a little electric golf cart that they branded with their team, and they're driving all around and trying to become the people that everybody know. They're ironically using a strategy that one of the other communities my team is working with that those realtors have done in their strategy. They swiped and adapted to their community. And so these are the kinds of things that we share with the members in our coaching that we do twice a month. And someone asked about the recordings on that call. We did that call. I invited all the current HOA.com members, as well as the members of my operating system group coaching program, to listen in on that. And then we're using those calls to train our concierge who's helping set appointments for the expert elite program. And then calls that we'll share within our group, or we're going to share those conversations, but haven't put them out there publicly, transparently, because I was calling realtors and they didn't necessarily know they were being listened to on Zoom.
Yeah, we got to, make sure that we, guys, I just want you to hear this, with that question, we're going to pour into you in such a major way. We love giving you guys new information, and we're in the lab with you. Like, Todd doesn't originate himself anymore, but he has a team that does. And so they're actually using the same program, and Todd brings back all the best practices and the tips and the scripts. Todd, you were just telling us on the coaching call about an HOA where your realtor, and I know you started to tell that story, but you just had another realtor that gave you their book of all the local pros, right? They were hyper local.
That was it. Yeah, he just did his own book for the neighborhood. And so again, he now wants to use the HOA.com system. He really wants to use the home safe report as one of the ways. And he wants us to go out door knocking with them. And you might say, well, gosh, who would want to do that? But you know what? Think about that. If you could spend a couple of hours with your now new referral partner, knocking doors, helping them build their business and helping them meet homeowners, and then getting them into our system where we're going to be dripping on them every month with data on their home that we know they're going to open. I mean, what could be better than that?
No, it's so true. You know, some people go golfing. Todd's going to go door knocking. I love it.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny because I'm actually excited. I mean, he's such a good human and a great person and a business leader that I respect. So for me, as if I can deepen my relationship with him, I mean, he is really a connector, but he says, well, how can I do this better? Right? He's a smart guy. He's got relationships, but he's smart enough to know that, hey, this is something that's special. This is something that's unique. This is something that no other realtor is going to be able to offer in the community that I want to farm and be the hyper local social expert in. And so therefore, it's a great opportunity for us to connect.
It's huge. And, you know, one of the things that we teach is quality over quantity. We've been talking about the right referral partners, and you should be hanging out with people that you love and respect, that you want to play with, right? That you're, you know, like Todd has always taken people to Cardinals games or Phoenix Suns games, and, you know, going to movies, going to do fun, exciting things with people that you love hanging out with. You know, transparently, Todd and I are in a monthly group that we're part of here in Phoenix. And so once a month, we go have dinner together next Tuesday night. I'll see you there, Todd.
I know, I can't wait.
It's so cool to do that with people that you really enjoy. And so, you know, if somebody's a jerk, please don't invite them to our community. This is about people that have the giver's gain mentality. People that are committed to elevating the way that they show up in the world, people of excellence, people of quality character, people that are committed to serving. I tell my team all the time, I said, the coolest thing about what we do is that we literally help people help people. Like our job, your job is to help our loan officers, help realtors, help insurance agents, help homeowners. And it's honestly such an honor to be able to do it. And what we're doing is we're going to re-engineer and completely disrupt how homeowner associations are run. Because again, people don't love their HOA. We know there's a better way to HOA. So we're excited for some of you that feel that resonance, that are like, oh man, I think I found my tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And so if you're feeling it, then go to hoa.com/LO, apply, and have a conversation with somebody on the team. All right, Todd, I know I'm not seeing a ton of other questions. Anything else you want to say as we kind of wrap up?
Well, I mean, I know you're here, you're interested, right? And so what I would encourage you to do is just to go to the link to schedule a call and then figure out if it's a good fit for you. I mean, in the end, there's lots of easy opportunities to spend money that doesn't produce results. And so what I know as someone who's in the trenches alongside of all of our other HOA.com members is that this is something that produces results, right? We already went through the economics of a loan, and there's different programs you can choose from. And there should be one that's affordable for you, regardless of where you are production wise. And just know that we do this because we're committed to you and we're here to help you be successful. And I think that of all the things that, you know, again, 20 plus years in the business, you know, I do so much within the other mortgage communities that I get hit up for, buy this shiny bullet, you know, silver bullet, buy this great thing. And it's so easy to get sucked in, but I just haven't found anything that's been so quick to get up and running and build relationships for my team in my 20 plus years. So that's why we're here talking about it.
Yeah. And thank you, Todd. I appreciate you saying that truly, deeply. And we're excited, guys. We know, because Todd and I both been in the industry. You know, I'm out, he's in. I've been building tech. This ultimately is a tech platform. I mentioned earlier, my last referral network was 5 million people. We're going to go build a platform that changes the world, and it changes the way that people connect on a hyper local basis. And if you think about retargeting, right? Maybe you guys are advertising on Facebook and you're retargeting to different audiences. That's what you can think of this as. And some of you might know the Tom Ferry study that he did in a local market, where he created a fictitious realtor And for 8 weeks, they mailed postcards to every homeowner in this community. And at the end of the 8 weeks, they did a survey and a study with all the homeowners, and they asked them who was the top trusted realtor for that community. And do you know that the fictitious agent that didn't even exist rated #1? And the reason was because their brand was constantly in front of all the homeowners, right? It's that awareness. And if your brand, if you and your name and your company aren't constantly in front of homeowners and realtors and other professionals who serve them, then somebody else's is. So we're designing this program to keep you top of mind, where every month you're delivering value, you're adding value to the homeowners and to the professionals that you want to build solid relationships with. And what that does is that brings raving referrals. And so if you want more realtor referrals, then get in the game. Go to HOA.com/LO, apply. There's no obligation. Come take a look, have a conversation, like Todd said, see if it's a fit. And if it is, we'd love to have you join us on our next group coaching call and to come into our Success Center and to get you set up for success. We look forward to having you be our next success story so that we're able to feature you. And we've even got a way that you can get this for free. We have our own referral rewards program where once you get in, you can actually earn every penny that you paid for the program. So it's pretty amazing. We're honored to be in this position. So we just want you to win more realtor referrals and win by noon, Todd.
Heck yeah. Well, again, thanks for all you being here today. It's always a pleasure to be alongside of you, Brandon, and the team at HOA.com. Just does an amazing job and makes me proud to be here.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Good luck, guys. Go make it happen. We appreciate you, and go have an awesome day. Take care.